Top of the fourth coming your way on the HEV Riders Baseball Network.
Jose Gonzalez in his fourth inning of work, trailing 3-0 against the Midland Rockhounds. Game 6 of a 6-game series. Frisco looking for a series sweep, while Midland looking to salvage the series a little bit and break out of a losing skid. They have lost 5 games in a row. The Kuroda Grauer, Kahn, and Valenzuela, the 3 due up in the frame for Midland, as the Rockhounds look to get the offense going. They had 13 runs over their last 5 games, and they played it a few runs today, a trio of them. 2 in the first and then 1 in the third. First pitch to Kuroda Grauer is high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to him. Kuroda Grauer has shown maturity from a very young age. At Rutgers University, he was one of the younger guys in the starting lineup. Yet he was described by his teammates as being very mature and being ahead of his age. It was the starting shortstop, Danny DiGiorgio, who was the leader of that team in 2022 for Rutgers. And he mentioned how he had a high IQ level, how he carried himself and gave off the vibes of someone his age. And that was despite the fact Danny was 3 years older. 2-1 to JKG. And that's ball 3. Again, it takes a lot of maturity to work through minor league baseball as well, too. You're going to have guys of a variety of different ages. And when you're moving up levels quickly from high A to double A like Josh Kuroda Grauer, it can sometimes be difficult to adapt, but his maturity that he showed at Rutgers, I'd imagine that certainly would help him at the double A level. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Gonzalez deals. And we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, any level of maturity can help with just time management. And so much of this is about managing your time and managing your body, playing every single day. It's so different than college baseball at the professional level.
Do it again with the payoff pitch. And it stays 3-2.
And coming up here now to this level, he's had some struggles early on, but he is such a talented hitter. Big Ten Player of the Year his last time at Rutgers, and a lot expected out of him within this organization.
Yeah, number 12 prospect in the A's organization, and that pitch will hit him. Fastball right on the wrist, and Kuroda Grauer will take first. So it's time for this day in baseball history, sponsored by Fenton Athletics. August 17th, 1973, the Say Hey Kid Willie Mays homers for the 660th time in his career. That was his final home run at the age of that special number in baseball, 42. Mays sits at 6th all-time on the career home run list. Awesome milestone there for Willie Mays. Rest in peace to him.
One of the greatest players in the history of baseball.
So influential in his spirit and has inspired many of generations of athletes after him. So with 1 aboard, here's Cole Kahn, the catcher.
Not great at remembering people's names, though.
It's not for everybody. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses. But
that's where the Say Hey nickname came from. He'd say hey to everybody because he didn't know anybody's name. Oh, just a wonderful personality. And after retirement,
Kahn deep to center. Cauley still sprinting back and makes the snag for out number 1.
He was such a big part of that Giants organization after retirement, especially when they started winning in the early 2010s. He was around that team a lot and was very influential on a lot of the young players. And one of the really cool things is they would have Giants players who were in the minor leagues come and work out in the camp and at the actual ballpark, and they'd have Willie Mays go and talk to those players. And just to hear the stories he told and everything that has changed so much from when he played to everything now. Really incredible.
And it's got to put things in perspective for these players. And it's great that a lot of organizations, they have their team legends, the guys that have made such a big impact on their organization, stick around. case of the Athletics, and with Midland, who's an A's affiliate, you have Mark McGuire, who was here. It's like a baseball got sent to the field there. There's a couple of kids playing out in right center. I think a ball went awry.
Mark McGuire in town. Very cool to see him around the clubhouse and around the field. And, of course, we see that with the Rangers organization as well, with a lot of legends stopping by.
Cutters outside to Valenzuela.
It's so sorry, Cedric. It's so cool to see these guys who are legends of the game stop by and give their wisdom to the players, especially in the clubhouse.
1-1. Valenzuela lifts that to right field. Luis Mieses gathers and makes the catch for out number 2.
Because, behind closed doors, it's really a realism of what it takes to be at that level, and that's a true ferocity within the competitiveness that these guys have. I mean, there is a difference between a guy who plays 1 year in the big leagues versus 10 to 15 years in the big leagues and his mental capacity, and that's really what sets you apart. Of course, there's the bodily health and all that, of course, but the mental fortitude these guys have is incredible.
Certainly is. It's a hard game to play, but one thing that unites a lot of these players is just the love of the game that keeps them going each and every single day. Long road trips, early mornings. These are longer days than just the games that you see on TV. Count is 0-1 to Takayoshi. Lifts it into the outfield. This one's into right center. Cauley takes a couple steps to his left, makes the catch, and that's out number 3. Right into the home half of the 4th inning. 3-0 lead for Midland on the HEB Riders Baseball Network.